resilient as well. Again, the opposition was winning. They came back, they were winning 2-1. So there is as well that physical part of Man United, that mental part. We're always talking about genius, Fernandes, the technical and tactically, how do they play, blah, blah, Diamond. But the physical part and the mental part is unbelievable in Man United. That's what you say. Not everything is perfect because they don't dominate all the time, but they always come back, and that's the sign that we can play anybody. We can beat anybody. We can lose against anybody, but we can beat the best, and that's a good sign for United, especially in a strange season where you think everybody can win it, but. Now the next 2-3 weeks will be very crucial because you see there is a little gap between Man United, City, and Leicester maybe and the other. If this gap go and grows, it could be a run with 3, or maybe the other will come back. So it will be a crucial February with the European Cup coming back. So we'll see about the schedule. Yeah.
I mean, the one criticism of Jurgen Klopp in recent times has been he hasn't necessarily played the strongest teams in this competition. Certainly has today, but still that wait for anything beyond round 5 since arriving continues. Let's hear from Jurgen Klopp, who's with beIN Sports' Matt Critchley.
Jurgen, despite some really positive moments in the game when clearly it would have helped your confidence, how did the game get away from you tonight?
Different things, obviously. So, yeah, you're right. There were a lot of positives, obviously, in the game. The start was really positive. We were fully in the game. And then we lost some balls in the wrong moment, which leads to counter-attacks for Man United. They didn't score with the first one, but they scored with the second or third situation. And in that moment, you saw that when you don't score for a while and you are so desperate to change that, and we tried it in these moments too hard tonight. So we had too many possible options up front and nobody in protection pretty much, and that's how they scored their first goal, which obviously levels the game slightly, and coming out of half-time, getting this second goal doesn't help, obviously, but we stayed in the game, scored ours, all good, and then you can see that free kick. So that's then, of course, unlucky. But yeah, it's like this. If you want to win here, you have to be on the absolute top. I think we were tonight not. We improved in really good areas for us, important areas. Scored 2 goals, which is good as well. But that's it. The competition is over. That's obviously opposite of what we wanted. But we have to accept that. If we do that, we have to work again.
Is that the challenge for you going forward then, to find that balance? Clearly there's as you say, a desperation to score goals because of lack of them recently, but you can't leave yourself as vulnerable as you did at times tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, and especially it was a good test tonight for our next opponent. We play Tottenham, so they obviously are not too bad in counter-attacking as well. So yeah, we should do that better, but I know the boys will do it better.
How do you find your way out of what is a sticky moment for you at the moment?
With talking about the right stuff, using the positives, using the negatives as well in a game, because if we win a game we speak about everything, so it's not that we just then wonderful we won and never speak about it. To analyze in a positive, like in a lesser positive moment, and that's what we do. And how's that to prepare the Tottenham game? It was tonight a really, really good example, and so we will improve until then.
Jürgen, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that sticky moment that Matt's talking about goes back to just before the turn of the year. Look at that, 1 win in the last 7. That came in the FA Cup against Aston Villa's youth team. So what draws against West Brom, Newcastle, Manchester United last week in the league, and then defeats against Southampton and Burnley, of course, that first defeat at Anfield for a long, long time. And then this is what's to come in the next 7 for Liverpool. Tottenham next in the league. West Ham, who have been very good of late. Manchester City, Leicester, who are right up there. The start of the resumption of the Champions League, and then the Merseyside derby. In some ways, could that be just what Liverpool need, Aaron?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I mean by that. Most of those teams, or a lot of those teams, will come at Liverpool.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah. I mean, I felt like today it was, like we were talking about earlier, a 50-50 game. And Man United were attacking and hence why Liverpool scored 2 goals. And we will see that with Tottenham. They will break on him.
Yeah, but Liverpool still had
area.
60% possession today.
Yeah, I mean, for the area for Salah and Mane and Firmino to score from, you will need the space behind the lines. And they will probably get that on Thursday against Tottenham. But
well, I said that, and as I'm saying it, I'm thinking, actually, knowing Jose Mourinho,
I don't think so. Yeah.
he'll be dropping back. Yeah, but he'll be looking at that game also. Mourinho, he'll be looking at the game, thinking that Liverpool are low on confidence, and he will want to finish that game off early.
It's just it's two things in Liverpool. Is today I think they were good offensively, so that's the good thing. And the second thing is that they hit target today. We've seen recently, they had many, not chances, but a lot of shots, but they were not hitting the target, not on target. Today, when I see Salah 2 goals, his third chance, it was Anderson, even Alexander-Arnold, only Milner just over the top. So that's a good thing for them. They know they can be intense, even with the defense, who sit deep. And the only thing now is to get the balance. And because they're gonna have a lot of spaces in behind the defense, they just need to deal better than that. And it's not easy because you don't have Matip, Gomes, and Van Dijk. Even if Van Dijk wasn't there, just to have Gomes and Matip, that's really good. Because when you have a young player and Fabinho, Aaron says something really, really interesting. It's Fabinho sometimes. He's always like a midfielder.
He's a midfielder.
Exactly. He always 1 second late, just to anticipate the run in behind, And today was just a mistake of William. So they're always vulnerable. They're always fragile. They're always on the verge just to have that ball in behind, and everybody knows that. You could see Burnley. Every time the midfield had the ball, you could see Wood and Barnes just getting behind. Nobody dropped, just getting behind, and there are chances. And if they can resolve that
Liverpool
problem,
had about 29 chances in that game. Not to turn it onto the Premier League again, but against Burnley, 29 shots on goal. And yet the following day, you heard people talking about whether perhaps it was the end of an era, whether they needed to start, whether Klopp needed to go.
No.
This will be massive for Salah to get 2 goals today, just to lift him up a little bit. The confidence, we talk about strikers getting the first goal and then the floodgates will open again. But it'll be huge for him to score them 2 goals today.
Of course.
Just for the run of games it's coming up, because they will need them 3 up front to be firing and to be creating chances, keep creating chances and hitting the target like we were talking about. And today they were doing that.
Yeah, the problem would be if they were not created chances. That would be a big problem. And the high-level football there's 2 things very important. It's to be efficient in the boxes and the intensity, what you put. And Liverpool were very well known for everything was intense, and the intensity dropped a little bit recently. And now you could see Salah, he was, all these balls through. He was very intense, and Firmino is a bit more. Worry, but so that's why that's much better. It's just the defense and the balance they have to do.
Little steps. But